What's going on, guys? A raccoon with a history of bad decisions here, and today I'm going to be telling you guys a story of the time my friend got a really bad tattoo, like a tattoo that you really can't get a job with, something that definitely you shouldn't do out of an impulse, especially to get back at somebody that you just broke up with. It's just not a good idea to ever tattoo something permanently on your body over a relationship that you had in high school, but he learned that the hard way. But before we get into it, if we could get 4,000 likes on this video, that'd be an absolute dream. You guys have been killing it lately, and I do really just want to say thank you. And without further ado, let's get into some tattoo mishap. So I used to have a really good friend in my childhood that I would hang out with pretty often. He lived right down the street, and we would spend most days after school in elementary school together. Just hanging out, being bros, the things you do. We used to play a lot of hockey in the street together. Just normal little kid stuff. And as we grew up, we kind of grew apart a little bit. He started to get in with the wrong crowd. I got in with a different wrong crowd. And we just kind of stopped talking for a while. However, throughout high school, he had this really serious girlfriend. And for the purpose of this story, I'm just going to name her Ashley. So him and Ashley were really serious, okay? Every time I would talk to him, he'd tell me that he was going to marry this girl and how serious they were and how everything was going to work out and they were going to be together forever. And you know what? I was happy for him. He seemed really happy. I wasn't going to rain on his parade. He seemed absolutely ecstatic, and she seemed really into him too, so I was happy for him. But as high school comes to an end, his girlfriend Ashley got into a school in a different state than the school that he was going to go to, and suddenly they were faced with a dilemma. Well, long distance is pretty hard, and Ashley didn't want to do it, and I respect that. Sure, it was going to break my friend's heart, but she has the right to have fun and do her thing too. So she decides to break up with my friend, and my friend does not take it well. Me and him had been growing apart for some time at this point, but he starts coming to me and asking me for advice and what he should do in this situation and what I would do in the situation, and just wouldn't take my advice. Like, I'd be like, hey man, maybe don't send her 57 texts in 1 hour saying how badly you want her back because she seemed kind of annoyed last time. And he'd be like, oh, so I should? And then would do it, and I'd be like, okay, this is why she doesn't want to be with you. But whatever, he's kind of getting obsessive, like borderline creepy stalkerish type of stuff. And then one day he comes to me and he goes, Ryan, I got it. I know how I'm gonna get her back. And I'm like, okay, what's your plan? And he just gets really quiet and goes, I'm just gonna tattoo her name on my knuckles. And I say, no, I really don't understand how that's gonna make her want to do long distance with you. Can you please explain? And he goes, oh, she's always loved big gestures of love. Like, she'd love it. She'd love it if I got my name tattooed on her. And I try to politely explain to him why that's a terrible idea and why it's definitely not gonna work, because not only is this relationship, on its last leg as it is, not together, but on top of it, she doesn't want to do long distance, and getting a random girl's name tattooed on your knuckles when she broke up with you probably isn't the best idea. So I try to tell him, hey man, maybe not a good idea. Let's not get the knuckle tattoo of your ex-girlfriend's name. And he gets really mad at me and he goes, you don't even want me to be with her. Like, do you have a crush on her or something? And starts coming at me trying to say that I'm purposely trying to keep them apart for my own gain. And no offense, Ashley, but I thought you were kind of ugly, all right? I'm not trying to date you. So I get really defensive. I'm like, look, dude, I've sat here and listened to you talk about this time and time again. I'm telling you, getting a knuckle tattoo of this girl's name is a regret that you're going to have for the rest of your life. So he tells me I'm a terrible friend and how I've never actually been there for him, yada, 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 a bunch of crap that's just really untrue. And it's like, never talk to me again, and leaves. So, all right, bro, if you're going to be toxic like that because I'm trying to tell you not to get a girl's name tattooed on your knuckles, then bye, good riddance. Have fun, bro. So I think that's the end of it. I haven't talked to the guy in a few days. Then I'm scrolling through Snapchat, just clicking on stories, and I see that he posted a story. So I click it, and what I can only be described as a trashy basement, okay? There might have been some needles in the background, not for tattoo usage. I see him getting a tattoo from a guy not wearing gloves with like a homemade tattoo machine made out of an electric toothbrush. The only reason I know that is because I watched a documentary on how they make tattoo guns in prison, okay? So here he is in a methed out basement getting a knuckle tattoo, and it definitely says Ashley, except the only reason I can read that is because I was helping my aunt at the time, who's a third grade teacher, grade papers, and I could read horrible handwriting. Because the thumbnail that says patience, like that font, that tattoo, where it looks like a 5-year-old scribbling with crayon, is how Ashley is now emblazoned on his knuckles, okay? Yeah, not only was it a dumb tattoo, it's a dumb bad tattoo. It definitely is not looking good. So at this point, I'm laughing. I show my mom. She's laughing. My dad's laughing. Everyone's laughing because this kid really messed up. And normally I would feel bad because he's my friend and he's going through some, but let's not forget, this is the kid that tried to fight me for telling him not to do this, so I don't feel bad at all. So the next day he posts another Snapchat of it, and like I said, methed out, terrible handwriting, Ashley is on his knuckles. And guess what? Ashley is not too impressed with it. I sent her a text asking if she's seen it. She says yes. We both laugh. I tell her what happened where he got mad at me for telling him not to do it. And moral of the story is she did not get back together with him. So now poor guy has to walk around with a 5th grade's coloring book drawing of Ashley on his knuckles for the rest of his life to remind him of his ex-girlfriend every day. And that, kids, is what we call stupidity to the point where you have to learn a lesson. Moral of the story, don't get your names tattooed on you if it's your ex-partner. No matter what type of partner it was. It's just not a good idea and it won't work out. But on that note, guys, that's gonna do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to press the like button, comment down below, all that Gucci Gang stuff. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram because I haven't shouted it out on this channel. And yeah, have a good day. I'm out. Peace.